This video is about reading in the disciplines, and the Common Core state standards require all teachers to be teachers of literacy, as you know, and they want students reading and writing throughout the disciplines. But there are other reasons that are not related to public policy about why reading is important in the subject areas. And so this slide shows about that, and I'll move quickly through it. But I think the ideas in it are very good. Most of the ideas aren't mine. They come from the work of Arthur Appleby. He's from SUNY Albany. His wife, Judith Langer. And there are many others whose names escape me at the moment. So reading provides a model for language and thinking. So when reading a scientist writing, you have a model there for how they approach a problem, how they conduct experiments, analyze data, prepare lab reports, and so on. Certainly reading provides enjoyment and personal satisfaction. A couple years ago in this course, I required the students to read The Emperor of All Maladies. The author's name I couldn't pronounce right now, but a very good book about the search for a cure for cancer. It was narrative form, and it was the history of the search that's still being conducted. You learn about yourself through reading. By reading, you see people have experiences similar to yours, and you see how they handled particular challenges in life, and helps you learn about your own. And obviously you learn about other people and other concepts and ideas through reading. You learn about the world through reading. Lots of research showing that students who read a lot outside of the classroom have richer and wider vocabulary than those who do not read. That's well established in research. And Richard Anderson, I think, is one of the people from the University of Illinois who retired a few years ago, has a lot of research about vocabulary development. And we're going to discuss that in a subsequent week. By reading, you acquire constructs and frameworks for understanding the world. So you learn vocabulary. You learn about metaphors, images, or imagery, and scripts, or templates for how to write a description, template for how to write a lab report, an analysis, and so on. So the more you read, you not only learn about vocabulary, grammar, spelling, but you learn about discourse, the way to present an argument, the way to present and analyze an experiment, the way to examine the validity and reliability of an experiment in science. Right? So those are all concepts and strategies students would acquire through reading. And reading, of course, stimulates the imagination. And a lot of research showing that we think visually. Reading provides a great model for writing. And a lot of research going back, maybe 25 years ago to Linda Fielding, showing that I think reading as little as 18 minutes outside of school every day, I think in the intermediate grades, 5th and 6th grade, students who read that little will score in the 70th percentile on statewide examinations. So that's better than 70% of the other students. And this is the final slide. Students really need to read and compose text representing a variety of forms and genres. And they shouldn't just be reading textbooks. They should be viewing videos. They should be listening to podcasts. They should be reading narratives, poetry, all in your content area. And the more forms and genres that they are experienced with about a particular concept, the deeper their understanding would be. So I hope this example is a good one. So they could read about photosynthesis in a textbook. Then they could read a journal entry about photosynthesis. They can read poetry about it, somebody having fun with language. They could watch a video about it. They can hear a debate about photosynthesis and whether we're destroying the ozone layer and we're producing less oxygen. I'm not sure, I'm not a scientist. But yeah, I hope you have the idea. And that's the slideshow. So reading's really important, and you want your students to read a lot.